Right, welcome guys to the Slowpoke. Well, and when I first saw Turbo Patch and Giant Cape, whatever it's called, I thought, man, I don't know what Pokemon are playing at. There's going to be some really strong, efficient, basic Pokemon that's going to take full advantage of this. I think I might have found him, to be fair. Let's have a look. We got ourselves Turbo Zacian. Now we all know Turbo Zacian, super well placed deck right now. You know, with the Jirachi Prism combo, he lets you cheat extra prizes and stuff like this. But obviously, you know, post rotation it loses Jirachi Prism, but like I said, it gains Turbo Patch and Toughness Cape. So let's have a look. So we'll start off the list with 3 Zacian V, you know, our main attacker. We all know how good Zacian V is as an attacker, right? You know, Brave Blade 230 on a basic, 220 HP, perfect 2-shot, 1-shot's a lot of stuff also. And with that Intrepid Sword ability, that lets you just be a little bit more turbo. You know, if you miss stuff, we need to grow your hand for every reason, like you need to find Gust next turn, you haven't got it, you can just Intrepid Sword it up. So yeah, we've got 3 of them, our main attackers. We all know how good Zacian is. Don't really need to talk about him too much. We've got ourselves one Zamazenta V. Now I see a lot of people say, you know, Zamazenta V is not good, that your opponent can just not evolve, and I know maybe in some scenarios it might not be the best, but what it does do is make your opponent play a whole lot differently, okay? Against stuff like Eternus, for example, you know, they can't really afford to hit you with the baby Eternus. That does like 4 for 120, so that's not good. They might start throwing up stuff like Spiritombs and that, which, you know, Zacian's really good at one-shot, and so it's going to force your opponent to play differently. And with the amount of acceleration and support we've got, I think Zamazenta V could be really, really strong, and discarding special energies is always nice. We have then got 3 Jirachi, so I get my big hand in the way, 3 Jirachi, so you can space that a little bit more, and that's just to keep the deck ticking over. Now you might be saying, but Shay, Jirachi post rotation, you lose a skateboard, but we actually have a super cool way of making sure our Jirachi stays live, and it's going to be relevant for any metal deck. We got ourselves the Cobalion GX, okay, what Cobalion GX is going to let us do is any Pokemon with a metal energy can't be affected by special conditions. So okay, so you're thinking, right, if we have a metal energy attached to Jirachi, it can still a wish, but then it can't be put to sleep. So that means it can still retreat, right? And normally, you know, retreat, if you can just pay the retreat cost, right? But in combination with U-turn board, you actually get Jirachi exactly the same as it is now, right? Free retreat, all that good stuff. All we have to do is just put 1 metal energy on it. But like I said, with the amount of acceleration we've got, that's not going to be too hard. That's going to keep us ticking over, you know, finding our switch, finding our bird keepers, and all that good stuff. We still play 1 Oranguru because, you know, it's a combination is so good with Intrepid Sword, you know, and it's just good for digging in general. Like I say, if you need to find switch, you need to find combo piece, or any other combo piece, for example, like extra energy pieces, for example. Farmite Wisdom lets us get there. And here's another little bit extra spice. Full shout out to Richard all the way there in Canada. Thank you for this idea. But we're already playing, spoiler alert, quite a high count of Bird Keeper, because that's like an extra switch. So, you know, Zacian, you only having 4 switch, that can be a problem sometimes. But what the Rowlet lets us do is if we played the Bird Keeper, right, this is going to act as if that Dusk Shot Dust Main promo that Conversation plays now, except this can hit anything. So if you play Bird Keeper, Wind Pebbles, you can attack for free basically. You can get a 60 snipe. This is going to let us clean up, you know, potentially some VMAX KOs that we've missed, or some VKOs, or let us, you know, start 2-shot and stuff. Or even start pick off stuff like any 60 HP basic Pokemon on the bench. Riley's going to let us clean that up, and that's actually really cool. We've got some donk potential there. And then we've got 2 of the Dedenne just to help us draw through. Now, I'm sort of debating, I haven't decided yet if I want to go down like a 1 Dedenne, 1 Crobat engine, or like 1 Dedenne, 1 Eldergrass, or 2 Dedennes, 1 Eldergrass. But that's what the Pokemon we got for now. I like the Dedenne because it's going to help us get a lot of energy in the bin, because both Metal Saucer and Turbo Patch both require energy to be in the bin. And so far, Dedenne is the best way to do that. So on to supporters then, we've got 4 Professors Research, because why wouldn't we? We need to get energy in the bin, like I just said. Research lets us do that, lets us, you know, draw many cards, you know, find our Zacians, find our attackers, find our Jirachi, find our Cobalion, you know, all these sort of random stuff that we're going to need. Research will help us get there. Now I've mentioned him a couple times. There is the Bird Keeper. But switch your active Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon, then draw 3 cards. So that's going to let us switch around for our Brave Blades, okay? We all know what Brave Blade does, you know, we can't attack next turn. Keeper will allow us to do that, you know, switch into our Jirachi with the U-turn and the energy so we can retreat back for free, you know, all that good stuff, and get a Stellar Wish off at the same time. So, yeah, Keeper is pretty nuts in here. Big fan. 3 Boss's Orders. Now, you might be able to get away with 2 in here. Yeah, if there's any extra cards that you want, like, you know, maybe a Crobat or an Eldegoss, for example, or even a 4th Jirachi, or even a 4th Zacian to get really good Intrepid Sword. Maybe his 3rd boss is your cut, but for now, it's just super cool, because unfortunately, Zacian doesn't one-shot all the VMAX. It would be crazy, right? He does one-shot most of the Vs, though, so you can stop them evolving. But you know, any other missed carries that you do miss, Boss Orders will let us grab them back. And then rounding up the supporters, got 1 Marnie. I tried to keep the list as super aggressive as possible, but again, Richard said, you know, should probably have some sort of extra disruption in here, and I think 1 Marnie is quite good. We agreed on 1 Marnie. Just have us, you know, stopping our opponent growing a super big hand. You know, late game, if we miss our stamp, we can, you know, potentially Marnie. And Marnie's also going to stop, let us have another draw support. Because at the minute, we've really got 4 research. You know, drawing 3 is nice with Berkey, but it's not really great. So Marnie's going to combo us with a little bit extra dig. If you want this slot to be a little bit more aggressive, you can play an Erica's Hospitality. Okay, and then rounding off the list, well, not rounding off the list, I don't know why I said that. We've got 2 Viridian Forest though. Viridian Forest is so cool. It's annoying that, you know, all our opponents can always use Viridian, but I think, like I said, we need to get energy in the bin so early to make use of our Turbo Patch, and our Metal Sources. I think 2 Viridians hold their place in the list for sure. 4 Metal Saucer, we know what that does right by now, letting us get a Metal Energy from our discard to one of our Metal Pokemon. So this can actually, like I said, act for the energy for Jirachi, so we have our free pivot for the whole game. It can go off to our Zamazenta now and our Zacians, obviously, and our Cobalion as well, which I didn't actually go through the attacks, but it's not bad. I think it does like 2 for 110 if you played support, and then Iron will stop your opponent from attacking next turn. So yeah, Metal Saucer is going to be live for a whole lot of Pokemon in here. 4 Quick Ball, because our deck is all basic Pokemon, so Quick Ball is universal deck search. If we could play 5, we play 5. Okay, now ignore the 1 Aqua Patch. I couldn't find my 4th Proxy, so we're going to go with 1 Aqua Patch. It's got Patch in the name, but we got 4 Turbo Patch. And this is silly. Like I said, there's probably going to be better partners than Zacian, but Zacian on a whole with this is crazy. They haven't mentioned it much, but it's going to open up so much donk potential. Like, if you can just like attach 1 double Turbo Patch, or that's 230 turn 2 going second, turn 1 going second, or you can, you know, attach 1 Turbo Patch Metal Sword to the bench, switch back up, bang, there's 230. And with the amount of dig we've got with the Denate and Research, it doesn't sound too crazy to do. So yeah, Turbo Patch, absolutely. It's going to let you reload Zacian so much easier. Absolutely silly. I don't know why they printed this as a card. What silliness. Okay, getting on to 4 switch. We have to play 4 switch still. We're you know, we ideally be switching every turn if everything's going crazy with our Zacians. So 4 switch is going to let us do that and let us maneuver around our Jirachis if we haven't got, you know, energy plus board combo established. 3 energy switch, because again, like I said, this is going to help us put our Metal Sources to the active if we need to. You know, it's just going to let us clean up extra energy if we need to. Let's say we need to, we haven't quite got 3 energy down this turn. We've attached 1 to Zacian, for example, and then we've Metal Sourced. We need to get the KO this turn. We haven't got the extra energy attachment. We haven't got the patch. We flip Tails and patch. We can just energy switch it off Jirachi, for example. So it's going to let us clean up that Jirachi energy that we know is going to be lying about if we ever need it, whilst letting our Metal Sources go to the active, which is absolutely bonkers, really. And here's another thing that combo stupidly well with Zacian, which is actually quite scary. Toughness Cape at a 2 count gives our basic Pokemon that aren't GX an extra 50 HP. So Zacian's got what, 270, and Zamazenta's got 280. Absolutely ridiculous. This will also help you put your Dedenne in a lot more of a lot less of a one-shot range if they're going to try and target them down, or, you know, Cobalion as well. Any of our Pokemon, realistically. So Toughness Cape is pretty crazy. Well, I've actually run out of space. We'll put some up here. So mentioned U-turn board already. Got 2 count. And it's going to actually give our Dedenne's free retreat as well, which kind of cool, gives Rowlet a free retreat. But like I said, it's mostly in here so we can Stellar Wish back-to-back turns with our Jirachi, giving that a free retreat. And it comes back to hand, which is always nice, well and good as well. 1 reset stamp. This is going to happen just because, you know, we are a 2-prize deck. We're not playing 3 prizes, and this meta is kind of rare. So we're going to make our opponent KO 3 2 prizes ideally. or potentially they have options to go down to the one prize left, I should say, like KO in 2 Zacians and a Jirachi. In any of those scenarios, reset stamp is super strong. So you know, reset stamp them to 2, reset stamp them to 1 potentially, and then smack them in the face for 2 for either 280 HP basic in their active. So asking a lot. And then one great catcher. This is going to let us just, you know, hunt down tag teams that we might have missed, for example, or, you know, just hunt and donate or stuff like this. It's just nice being able to have a little bit of extra gust when we need it. If we can't afford to play boss's orders for the turn, for example, we can just try and get a great catcher. And then rounding off the list is 10 basic energy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, 10 basic metal. This is going to be enough to the point where we can hopefully Intrepid Sword it, get them in discard nice and early for our sources and patches. Whilst, you know, it's kind of a compromise. I like a couple more, but I think Viridian Forest is functionally always as good as an energy, and let's get them in the discard pile as well. But I wouldn't mind a couple more. I can't find a space. If you find a space, let me know. But thanks for watching, guys. We all know Turbo Zacian probably isn't going to go anywhere, and I think this is a very good starting point on the list. If you're after more Darkness Ablaze content, make sure you hit that subscribe button, check the playlist in the description. I've been putting out at least one Darkness Ablaze video a day, okay? But thank you for watching as always, and I'll see you all next time.